The quantum resonance chamber hummed with barely contained energy as Commander Elena Voss stood before the Galactic Council's judgment seat. The crystalline dome above her head pulsed with the collective consciousness of 12 species, their verdict already etched in the harmonic frequencies that made her bones ache. Elena Voss of Terra, the Archon's voice reverberated through multiple dimensions, you stand accused of violating the sacred protocols. Your unauthorized terraforming of the Kepler 442 system has disrupted the cosmic balance we have maintained for millennia. Elena's jaw tightened. The cosmic balance they spoke of was nothing more than stagnation, a universe where expansion was forbidden, where humanity was relegated to a single world while other species hoarded entire star systems. She had given humans a chance to breathe, to grow, to become more than the Council's pet primitives. The sentence is exile, the Archon continued. You and your followers are banished beyond the outer rim, never to return to civilized space. Your military rank is stripped. Your citizenship revoked. As the judgment concluded, Elena felt the neural dampener collar activate around her neck, severing her connection to Earth's quantum communication network. The sensation was like losing a limb, but she refused to show weakness before these beings who called themselves her betters. 3 months later, Elena stood on the bridge of the repurposed mining vessel Prometheus, watching the last of the Council's patrol ships disappear into hyperspace. Around her, 200 of humanity's finest scientists, engineers, soldiers, and visionaries had chosen exile over submission. They had salvaged what they could from decommissioned ships and military surplus, cobbling together a fleet of 12 vessels that looked more like scrap metal than a space armada. Ma'am, Lieutenant Commander Sarah Chen approached from the navigation station. Long-range sensors are picking up something unusual in the Andromeda drift. It's not on any of the Council's star charts. Elena studied the holographic display that materialized before them. The object was massive, larger than any space station she'd ever seen, and it was clearly artificial. More intriguingly, it was broadcasting on frequencies that predated the Council's formation by several thousand years. Plot an intercept course, Elena ordered. It's time we learned what the Council doesn't want us to find. The structure they discovered defied classification. It was part shipyard, part laboratory, part city, a sprawling complex of interconnected modules that stretched across dozens of kilometers. As their ships approached, automated docking bays opened to receive them, and Elena realized they were not the first exiles to find this place. Inside, they met the architects and ancient species that had ruled the galaxy long before the Council's rise to power. But these were not living beings, they were consciousness uploaded into quantum matrices, eternal and patient. Their leader, who called himself Nexus, manifested as a shifting pattern of light and energy. We have waited, Nexus said, his voice echoing through their minds rather than their ears. The Council cast us out when we sought to expand beyond the limits they imposed. They called us dangerous, destructive. But we were builders, creators, visionaries. Elena felt a chill of recognition. The parallels were unmistakable. They offer you the same choice they once gave us, Nexus continued. Submit to their limitations, or forge your own path among the stars. We chose the latter. We built this sanctuary, this foundry of possibilities. And we have been preparing for the day when others would join us. Over the following months, Elena's people learned technologies that made Council science look primitive. They discovered how to tap quantum foam for unlimited energy, how to fold spacetime for instantaneous travel, how to grow ships from living metal that could adapt and evolve. The architects shared their knowledge freely, asking only that it be used wisely. Elena's fleet of 12 ramshackle vessels became 100 sleek warships within a year. Then 500. Then 1,000. Word spread through the underground networks of the galaxy's oppressed peoples, humans from colony worlds who chafed under Council restrictions, artificial intelligences denied recognition as sentient beings, entire species kept in technological quarantine for their own protection. They came in ships and shuttles, in escape pods and generation vessels. They came seeking freedom, and Elena gave them purpose. She offered them not just refuge, but transformation, a chance to become something greater than what the Council would allow. The Terran Empire, as it came to be known, established its first colony in a system the Council had declared off-limits due to temporal anomalies. Elena's scientists discovered that these anomalies were actually windows into parallel dimensions, doorways to resources and knowledge beyond imagination. Within 5 years, the Empire controlled dozens of such systems, each one a strategic and economic powerhouse. The Council's first response was diplomatic outrage. They sent ambassadors demanding Elena's surrender, promising lenient treatment for her followers if she submitted to justice. Elena's reply was broadcast across every frequency in known space: "We will not kneel to those who would cage the human spirit. We will not beg for scraps when the universe offers abundance. We will not accept limitations imposed by fear." The second response was military. A council armada of 300 ships, the largest force assembled since the Hegemony Wars, moved to crush the Terran Empire before it could grow stronger. They found Elena's forces waiting for them at the edge of the Veil Nebula, her ships arranged in formations that seemed to mock the Council's rigid tactical doctrines. The battle lasted 17 hours and changed the balance of power in the galaxy forever. Elena's vessels, enhanced with architect technology, danced through space like living things. They appeared and vanished through dimensional rifts, struck from impossible angles, and absorbed enemy fire only to redirect it with devastating precision. When the Council fleet retreated, half their number had been destroyed or captured. Elena stood once again before the Galactic Council, but this time she was not a prisoner. Her flagship Dominion hung in orbit above their capital world, its weapon systems powered down but clearly visible to every sensor in the system. She wore the uniform of an empress now, the neural collar replaced by a crown of quantum processors that linked her to every ship in her armada. "You cast me out," she said, her voice carrying to every world in Council space. "You called me dangerous, destructive. You were right. I am dangerous to your stagnation, destructive to your limitations. I offer you the same choice you once gave me: evolve or be replaced." The Archon's response came through gritted teeth across multiple dimensions: "What do you want?" Elena smiled, an expression both beautiful and terrible. "I want the universe to grow. I want species to reach their potential instead of hiding in prescribed roles. I want the cage doors opened and the prisoners set free." She paused, letting the weight of her words settle. The Terran Empire will provide what the Council cannot: progress, expansion, and the freedom to become more than you ever imagined possible. As Elena's transmission ended, rebellion sparked across 1,000 worlds. The age of the Council was ending, and the age of humanity, and all those who chose to stand with them, had begun.